What's up, y'all? It's your girl Unique here with Unwrapped, and today we are going to listen to Willie D. I love Willie D. I have a lot of respect for him, and I follow his channel. You guys subscribe to him. He's awesome. Like he's always breaking like the stories and giving a good um, update, and a lot of his views and stuff I agree with. Willie D, from the Ghetto Boys. And it's just so funny. I used to be in a group called the Ghetto Girls. Did a remake of My Mind's Playing Tricks on Me. I always was called My Man's Playing Tricks on Me. And then after that, I did the Bounce Squad and all that. But um, it's just, I never met Willie D. We actually opened up for them in a tour at one time, but we just met Bushwick Bill. We didn't meet Scarface and Willie D. So shout out to them. But I love his channel. I love his commentary. I love his takes on things. So I just want to react to what he's saying about the Nolan Wells case. That the medical examiner has, like, there's been allegations against the medical examiner. So let's see what Willie D has to say. And like I said, shout out to him. And you guys should check his channel out. It's really good.
Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Any idea who this is? That's Tracy Turner. Tracy has a very important job in the state of Mississippi. Dr. Tracy Turner. Tracy has faced significant public scrutiny for mislabeling causes of death in high-profile cases, specifically those involving Black people. Tracy, it appears, has never met a case where a Black person was killed or died and she thought it was a homicide. Every time, well, it seems to be every time that Tracy finds a Black person on the slab in her office, that somehow, some way, it was an accident or a suicide, never a homicide, especially in regards to the police. That is what I'm really getting at here. Police and suspicious deaths involving white people. When the suspect is white, or the person suspected of doing something is white. Yeah. I wonder why. What's the story behind all of this? You need some proof? Okay. I present to you Exhibit A. This, as you know, is Nolan Wells. Stacy is the chief medical examiner overseeing Nolan's autopsy. Yeah, and there ain't a lot of people who is confident in her ability to be truthful. Yeah. In fact, Stacy immediately ruled Nolan's death a drowning.
See, that's the problem that I have with this whole case. I haven't heard about this medical examiner until now. I'm watching this video with you guys. So, I can't say it's true or not. I don't know. I have no proof of anything. But what I will say is, with this case, I feel like it's just been, that's the problem everyone's having, and they, a lot of times wonder why the Black community, why we get so upset at things, because it's a race to judgment. It's a race to judgment. And let me tell you something. We are not so ignorant to just say, oh, because he's Black and they were white, something happened, that's it. No, it's because nothing is adding up. People are lying, people are covering things up. That's why we're upset. That's why we're angry. That's why we're trying to get answers. You know, how can you just say, "Oh, it was an accident"? When you don't know. Just say you don't know, right? And do a proper investigation. Because nobody would be going crazy and upset right now if you guys just said, "Okay, let's see what's going on. Let's talk to everyone. If stories is not adding up, let's get the stories to add up. Let's find out what really happened." But no, it's just automatic, and if the roles was reversed, would it be the same? I don't think so. And that's what's sad in 2026. In 2026, that's just a terrible thing. This young man, we want to know, we need answers.
The family didn't buy it. They were like, no, that was too quick, way too quick. How do you know it was a drowning? Did you even conduct a thorough autopsy? Has there been a thorough investigation? The family is not buying it. But then you have Trey Reed. Trey Reed, remember, was the Delta University student, the Delta State University student, who allegedly hung himself under suspicious circumstances. They get the body and they find the body all bruised up and everything. But Stacy ruled his death a suicide. Immediately ruled it a suicide also. Stacy just didn't see any evidence of foul play, although Trey Reed's body was bruised and battered.
And you know another thing I think that happens, in these medical professions and things like that, it's a job to them, right? The quicker they could just write something off and move on, they on to the next one. And you can't do that. These are people with families and that need answers, real answers. Like you have to do due diligence in every case, not just write it off and on to the next one. This is not an assembly line. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a lot of times that's what happens. Oh, it looks like this, just write it off, blah, blah, blah. That's it. That's it. And then, once an official like finding is made and it's hard to get those things changed. That's why it's like, why not do the whole investigation and everything first before you just come to a whole conclusion, you know? Maybe it was an accident, but maybe it wasn't, right? And the fact that nobody's saying maybe it wasn't, that's the problem. That's what makes it like a cover up. Why you not saying maybe it wasn't? How can you be 100% sure it was? You can't. You can't. And if that was my son, I would want the same answers. I want to know what happened. What happened?
And then you have Damian Cameron. Oh, man. So, once again, Stacy just couldn't find it in her heart to give the family the justice they were looking for, or the answers that they were looking for. So let me bring you up to speed on Damian's death. Damian was a 29-year-old black man. He died after a violent encounter with Rankin County Sheriff's deputies. Witnesses and his family stated that the deputies knelt on his back and neck for over 10 minutes. An autopsy showed signs of internal neck bleeding, a swollen face, and severe trauma. This happened in 2021. So, what's the problem? Dr. Turner ruled the cause and manner of death as undetermined, citing a lack of access to information. But the backlash came because the media investigations by New York Times and Mississippi Today revealed that 3 national independent pathologists reviewed the case and concluded the death should have been ruled a homicide. Her undetermined ruling effectively stalled criminal investigations into the deputies at the state level.
I'll say it again, and I'm so tired of seeing these cases that's questionable. and there's no real investigation unless it's a protest or something. That it should be a real investigation from the beginning. These young men, young black men, just dying, and listen, we're gonna keep you updated on this case because we want to know what happened. We want the truth. That's it. Shout out to Willie D, for keeping us informed. And it's your very unique. And this is Unwrapped.